India appears to have halted visa services in Canada, part of an escalating diplomatic dispute between the countries.
We're going to begin with more breaking news out of India this morning, more signs of the deteriorating relationship with Canada. There is new reaction from India this hour.
The big breaking story here on NDTV, the India-Canada tensions have escalated now, and India is on the offensive this time. India has suspended visa services in Canada.
Guys, India has stopped processing visas of any Canadian citizens who are in Canada as of now. Now this, of course, makes you think, is the vice versa possible? Does that mean that if a student wants to fly from India to Canada, maybe they won't be able to fly, essentially because they won't get the visa? Can this be the case? And should you be worried about this? This is what this video is about. A little bit about me before I actually answer this question. I have 5 years of experience working in this industry, and we've sent more than 15,000 students to almost any top universities name you can think of, whether it's in Canada, whether US, be it Harvard, University of Toronto, McGill, Waterloo. We've sent students there, and I can assure you that based on my experience, you are getting the answer that is as close to the truth as possible. At this point, we have contacts in almost every embassy and consulate for almost all of these top destinations that you are going for. And this video is based on my experience and the research I've done reaching out to many of these people as well. Now remember, if you're facing issues getting to one of the best possible universities and you feel that your consultant or someone you're working with is not doing justice to your case, or you don't know what kind of potential you have, you can reach out to me on WhatsApp. My number is going to be in the description. I'll tell you what kind of universities your profile can back with all genuineness. But now it's time to answer the big question. Is Canada still a good study abroad destination in 2024? Let's talk about the university's standpoint first. A lot of Canadian universities, what they're doing right now is they're conducting events, they're issuing notices. What's the point of these? The point is that they want to make the students feel safe. They want to make the students feel secure, that they're still welcome in Canada, and of course that Indians are supposed to be there and study there, and it's going to be as smooth as it was last year. So essentially what they're trying to do is to inform the students that the situation remains to be temporary and it will be improving in the upcoming time. Now, what is the standpoint of the existing students? Now, a lot of our alumni, the people that we have sent to some of these universities, right? Top universities and even moderate universities, we connected with a lot of them. And most of the students, I can tell you, over 79% of the students, almost 80%, stated that they feel safe. There's no issue. Even now, even with the current circumstances, they have no qualms about their stay and study in Canada. At the same time, some of our students had actually graduated and were in the process of either getting a PR or already had attained them. And we also reached out to them, and they also said that there's nothing to worry about at this point in time, and you can still target Canada as an education destination very, very safe. So the big question, should these students be worrying about the study visa to be able to fly to Canada and study over there without becoming a scapegoat to the political rivalry that's going on between these two countries right now? And here's my answer to you. Understand this. Indian students make up over 20% of all the international students that Canada gets every year right now. So 1 out of every 5 international students in Canada is an Indian citizen. Another good statistic for you is that almost $5 billion were spent and injected into the economy of Canada in just the year 2021 by Indians. What that tells you is that 1 out of 5 seats that an Indian student is occupying, I can assure you that many of those seats are going to be remaining empty this year if students from India do not continue to go to Canada. And in fact, of course, I would like to take advantage of that. To be very honest, I would like to send my students to even better universities. If they deserve rank 5, maybe they can get into rank 3 this time, essentially because students are afraid. So this is the time to capitalize, guys. Remember, we have a saying in the markets, right? When there's fear, don't be a part of the fear. You have to overcome that, and you have to take advantage of the situation. That's exactly what I want you to do if you're watching this video. Because understand this, if Canada denies entry to Indians, even a single Indian for that matter, its economy takes a huge hit in terms of the international student market. That means Canada will no longer be one of the top study abroad destinations that it is known to be today. We all know what happened with Australia in COVID, and even today, some students show reluctance when moving towards Australia as compared to countries like US and Canada and the UK. Australia did not support them then, and if Canada shows a lack of support for international students now, for the next 5 to 10 years, it's going to impact them. It's going to be a very costly mistake. So let's talk strategy. And before you do, make sure you subscribe to the channel at this point and follow me on Instagram for more updates like this one, because this is my thought process. This is what I've been doing, and you'll see it come through as well in the next couple of days, in the next couple of weeks. And I want you to get ahead. And there's going to be a lot more content just like that. Now, talking about strategy. The first thing you need to do is apply for the visa as early as possible. There are delays on the visa front. Visas are still being accepted and they're granted, but at the same point in time, there are delays. Remember, take advantage of the situation. Don't be a part of the fear. Leverage the fear that other people have and use it for your advantage. Try to make it to some of the topmost universities in Canada. You can take a look at the list of topmost universities and understand your chances by taking a look at what kind of students get in by going on to YMGrad.com and taking a look at all the Canadian universities there are. Not only can you see the list of universities that are accepting students like you to topmost programs, you can also see what kind of students got in last year. So you can understand if the university itself is a good fit for you. All of this data is available for free, by the way. The next thing is to keep a backup. Well, I'm saying take advantage of the situation. I'm not saying be stupid. Keep a backup just in case things do not go like we expect them to go. We should have maybe the US, maybe UK, maybe Australia, maybe New Zealand, whatever, right? Ireland. Have one backup that works for you just in case the Canada plan does not materialize this year. And to understand what kind of universities you can get into, you can take a look at our admits and rejects page, where you'll be able to check the profiles of other students and which kind of universities they were able to bag, whose profiles were just like you. But the final thing that is the most important point of this video is to not change or defer your plans of studying abroad. Trust me, if you have a plan, you're one of the lucky ones. It's not possible for everyone to even create a plan. And if you're at this point where you're at the juncture of whether I should go abroad or not this year, you are one of the lucky ones, my friend. Go for it, live your dream, change your life, and trust me, you will not regret it. Again, you have my WhatsApp number. You can find me on Instagram as well. Subscribe to the channel, and thank you so much for spending time with me today. I'll see you in the next one, hopefully.